That is Nyakati by Good Luck Godze from Kenya. I discovered this song when I was traveling Kenya last year, and it means simply, do not ever give up hope. Do not ever stop praying. Do not give up. And that's the message that we need to reinforce, even in the midst of things that make you want to give up. There are so many things that will want to make you give up, but Africa is in fact a symbol of hope. Its very existence, its very nature is that of hope. Just look at something like Robben Island, a wonder of the world. You know that in Robben Island, they used to send people there who were afflicted by leprosy. I know that some of you may be young, you know what is leprosy. Leprosy, before they write you off, but no, you must go to Robben Island. Go and die there. It was a symbol of finality, the symbol of that they have given up on you. And of course, what happened? When the likes of Nelson Mandela went to Robben Island, they turned it into a symbol of hope. They turned it into a symbol of triumph. And if that doesn't tell you never to give up, I don't know what will. Look at Table Mountain, right? It was a symbol of oppression. People saying, oh, that's South Africa. Yeah, now that's where they pass all the terrible laws. But someone called Makana looked at Table Mountain and said, there is Table Mountain. I'm in Robben Island, but I can swim and get there. And made a Table Mountain something that inspired him to swim. Forget that he died trying to swim. I mean, we all know the problems of black people not being able to swim. But he drowned, but with hope in his eyes, looking at Table Mountain. Africa is full of such symbols. Look at the economy of Zimbabwe now, in tatters. People queuing. I was told, a friend of mine who lives in Bulawayo was telling me that they've run out of food. The World Health Organization say, hey, they've got 15 days left of food if people don't donate, a couple of $1 billion very, very soon. But in the middle of all of that, you've got this beautiful, beautiful wonder of the world called the Victoria Falls. Otherwise, the locals calling it Musiwa Tunya. The thundering, right, of the smoke. It's smoke that thunders. It just gives you hope that here is, if you like, a dollar-denominated tourism destination in the middle of a country that otherwise should have little or no hope left. Africa is a symbol of hope, man. I mean, just look at Kilimanjaro. Right? People live from all over the world saying, I want to summit Kilimanjaro. I'm sure even if you are young, you would remember Johnny Clegg's song that says, I'm standing on the top of Kilimanjaro and I can see a new tomorrow. There's so many stories of hope in our continent. And unfortunately, hope is all we've got. Look at the pyramids of the pharaohs. And just think, these people didn't have all of this technological advancement. They didn't have all of the technological advantage that we have. And they built something that has lasted and is standing there for centuries. Eh? It behoves us not to give up. A lot of people said, yeah, but you're a prisoner of hope. And look at the countries in tatters, the economies in doldrums. Yes, that's exactly when you need hope. Hope is not something that is fashionable, that you just have, I have hope because it doesn't matter. It's when it matters, when you can see that things are falling apart, that you need that hope. But the hope is more like prayer, and it's more like faith. It is useless without action. It's no point in just having hope. You must have hope and then say, what am I going to do to make this hope come to life, to make my dreams come true? And that's really sometimes where we lose it. We think that when people say, be a prisoner of hope, have hope, it means that you must do nothing else. This country needs action. In fact, it needs more than action. Sometimes I wonder that it's long since I've heard in our political lexicon something called insurrection. I've not heard of it. I've not heard of it. And if you haven't heard of it also, just ask somebody next to you. Insurrection. The people are supposed to do insurrection, but South African Communist Party, they are blunted, man. Their claws have been filed, man. They can't even spell insurrection, those people. Even the EFF, I haven't heard them talk about insurrection. Because that's what this country needs. Because in a country where a person dies in Mututum because they are protesting that there's no water, and the councillor in that municipality owns a business that distributes water, so that when he doesn't do his job of giving the citizens water, they can make money out of giving those citizens water as a business. when you see that, you know, you really want to puke. You really want to puke, but you may be that citizen of Mututu. I'm saying to you, do have hope, but that hope cannot be all that you are doing. I don't understand why there's no rebellion in Mututu. There's no rebellion in Hammanskraal, because councillors there are exploiting the same citizens are supposed to serve. Baba Reki said, it's a scandal. No, there's no insurrection. You may be from Kimberley, starving, not knowing where your next meal is going to come from. And the ANC that you voted for year in and year out has come there to spend 50 million rand and tell you in your face, go and eat cake. But you must never lose hope, because you know why? I always say politicians are temps. Why is the only temp, man? Why is the one to offer about? But we don't have a job for you, as you have to go. That's what politicians are. They'll be out. Some will be out because you'll vote for them when you gather the courage to have a rebellion in this country. When you gather the courage to have insurrection. When you gather the courage to kick them out. Because they have shown their disdain for you. For Hillary, I won't say that disdain, ANC, I give you what else will. But I don't know, we're going to have a dinner, people are going to pay 600,000 to have dinner with the president and so on. And now, for Christmas, wait. But 50 million, go banquet, but to have their own stuff. Now, who do you think you are? If ANC cannot think that they must pay their staff before Christmas, when man, because their own staff who work every day, but if you are ANC, but the colors ANC every day, house. Then the Treasurer General, I know, it's a contract 27. But the classic Pulemabi, let's listen to what Pulemabi had to say here on this show 2 days ago when asked about this thing, this scandal of paying people late.
How are things going at Luthuli House? Why were the people anxious in December? How capable are you there?
Well, we are quite capable. Unfortunately, it is not the ANC that decided that Christmas must be on the 25th. So now Christmas coincides with the pay date of staff. So we pay staff on the 25th. The intention was to pay them before the 25th. When that intention could not be met, it meant that banks that you and I use to receive our own monies would not be working on the 25th, even on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Now it meant that the only other working business day that you would have after the 25th would be the 27th.
Oh, cry the beloved movement, eh? Cry the beloved country. But no, I create Christmas, wait. You know, Paul Bashatile, they live in a parallel universe, wait. They live in a parallel universe. It's a parallel, because there's no other way to describe it. It's parallel. Because in their universe, people don't expect to be paid before Christmas. But they can be paid. In this country of poverty that they presided over, where poverty levels are 55%, where unemployment levels are 29%, where the economy is growing at 0.9%, people who the ANC is supposed to represent live from hand to mouth. By the time you're 24, but this one's live in a parallel universe. But I create a Christmas. You can go and eat cake. Go to rural area without money, so it's all right. After all, your contract says you'll be paid on the 27th. These people live in a parallel universe. It's bad. No. Wait. Paul Mashatile, wait. We will like courage, wait. And I don't think Paul Mashatile is poor. I don't think he's a poor guy, you know. I don't know what the salary bill of the ANC is, but I'm sure if Nganale an iota of ethics, just a small one, Felanje, you would have said, let me sign a check of 500,000, whatever it is. 27, they will refund me. So that nahaki no moe ka Christmas, my staff are also eating something. It's a shame, man, what has happened to our leaders. They've become tone deaf, and yet do not lose hope. Yet we cannot lose hope because hope is all we've got. Hope it doesn't become relevant only when things are going well. It's more like forgiveness. Right? People have said, hey, you must forgive for 77 times. But hey, 10 hours you have to forgive. People run away. They say, hey, no. That one is unforgivable. Hope is like that. We need it now, but we also need a rebellion. We have to answer the question, is it not time that we have a Robin Hood in South Africa? Someone who will discipline this crass leaders who don't care about the same people they claim to represent. This country needs an insurrection. Only that insurrection and rebellion will nurture the hope we need for this country to become something. No, it's bad, eh? It's terrible.